Hi, this is the Law of Conservation of Energy Lab. Does a ball always rise to the same height after it's dropped from a height of 1 meters? In this activity, we're going to find out. We're going to use the Law of Conservation of Energy to explain what we observe. In the procedure, number 1 asks us to drop a tennis ball from a height of 1 meter and use the meter stick to measure how high it bounces and record your results. Let's take a look at the first video. Here, the ball is being dropped from 1 meter high. The ball bounces back up to 86 centimeters. Record that in number 1 under procedure. In number 2 of the procedure, it says suppose you place a tennis ball on top of a basketball and drop both together from a height of 1 meter. Predict whether the tennis ball will rise to a lower, the same, or a higher height than it did in step 1. Develop your hypothesis now to explain your prediction. After you've given an explanation for your prediction, we're going to go ahead and test your hypothesis, and then you can record what you observe when you see in step 3. Pause the video now if you did not make your prediction. If you did, let's continue. In our second video, there is a handball on top of a basketball held at 1 meter high. Let's take a look at what happens when we drop the ball from those balls from that height. Did you predict that the ball would go that high? In video 1, how do you know that the kinetic energy is less after the bounce than before the bounce? Is the same true in step 3? Energy is conserved in this video because no energy is created or destroyed, just transferred. In step 1, gravitational potential energy is transformed into thermal energy when it hits the ground. This is because of friction. In step 3, the basketball's initial gravitational potential energy is transferred to elastic potential energy, and that is passed on to the tennis ball. That is why the tennis ball bounces to a height that is much higher in that second trial. If you have some balls laying around the house, try it. Try stacking 3 balls on top of each other.